Okay, so I had to change my original idea, which was my mafia movie. So I changed it to another short drama movie, and yeah, it's called Time in a Bottle. So this is the contents page of everything that will be in it. So what is this film? So in this time of uncertainty and lockdown and everything, I feel like a lot of people have been picking up old skills that they haven't really that they may have forgot about or haven't had time for during life. And I feel like what they really needed was this time to kind of give them a push to rediscover any dreams or stuff. And this is kind of what this film is about. So, Time in a Bottle is a 5 to 10 minute short film that follows Tony, a 26-year-old paralegal who has given up on his dreams to be a successful musician and in the process has lost a big part of himself and his drive. One day, when coming home from work, he receives a call and a package from his mum full of old DVDs and videotapes that he made throughout his childhood. He's he sees some of the most important moments of his life, and it helps him remember why he loved music and just life in general. The film would watch him watching the tapes and flashbacks to that time in his life, showing how his mindset changes bit by bit, inspiring him to start over. The moral of the film would to show how it's never too late to rediscover, and it's never too late to rediscover any passions, or to follow things, or to follow the things you've always wanted to do, no matter how life turns out. So I believe this film should be made for two reasons. Now, in lockdown, a lot of people, like I said, have been picking up skills and hobbies that they may have lost sight of. And this film would reflect that feeling of rediscovering a passion that you forgot about or just didn't have time for. And the whole point of the film would be to really inspire someone to start again with whatever they've always wanted to do. I feel like this is an important message for people right now. The second reason I feel like it should be made is that in lockdown, people have a lot of time on their hands to try new things, including new TV shows and films made by up and coming creators. So I feel like now would be a particularly good time to release a project like this because it could potentially draw in a substantial audience of people who want to experience something new. The main thing I'd want to take away from this project is how to completely construct a short film primarily on my own. And the target audience would be people ages 18 to 25, as they're the people I feel would really connect to this message and relate to it. The story I'd want to tell wouldn't really resonate with too much of a younger audience and like wouldn't have the same kind of effect as it would with a more mature and receptive audience. So feasibility. This project is very feasible. I'm going to do the casting, scripts, directing, and cinematography myself, so I wouldn't have to worry about budget for any of the behind the scenes crew as yeah, I'll be doing it. I'll provide refreshments for my cast and will ask them to sort their own travel to each of the locations of filming. I could probably finish filming in a day, but I'll give myself a week to make sure all shots are executed to the best of my ability. So any reshoots that need to be done, things like that. It'll be a small cast, and I'll make sure everyone is COVID tested as to not break any guidelines. Lighting, sound, and location. So the lighting would be dull and have a lot of muted tones at the beginning of the film to represent the mind state of the character, to represent the mind state the character was in. So a lot of blues and greys, and over the course of the film, it would slowly become brighter and brighter until the colors become a lot warmer as his view on life changes, represented by more oranges and yellows. The sound would reflect this also, and would slowly build throughout the story until until the end where the character's development meets its peak. Where I would like the music to reflect this change. I mostly I would be using free music that I could find off the internet from different sites and stuff. But I would also include music that either me or someone who I know would personally compose. And there aren't a lot of locations in the film, and most of the subtext will be in the set design more than the locations itself. The main locations I need, however, are a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen, the street, a park, and outside a shop. And then this is the equipment list and the props list. I'm still putting together the props list to see what else I need. And then with costumes, I will provide the list of costumes needed for each actor on set. And I will ask what items they do and don't own. Any items they don't own, I will get their sizes and pay for it myself. All of the budget would be coming out of my own pocket, so any extra things that were needed, I will take care of pretty much. And then research. Most of my research I would do would be finding films and other media that have done similar things as me and identifying where they succeed and identifying where they succeed to get inspiration. I would also do research on how to write a compelling film and how to keep my audience engaged. This would include me reading books and finding other sources and links for my information. My production plan goes as follows. So from March 1st, so next week, to March 22nd, so I'm giving myself 3 weeks to do pre-production, research, and just getting all the equipment I need. And then from then, I want to start filming and then get any reshoots I need to get done by April 5th. Then from April 5th to April 19th, which I think is another 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, all the post-production. So any editing, sound editing, stuff like that, anything that needs to be redone. And then from April 19th to the due date, any finishing touches, test viewing with like people that I know, and then actually showing it to the class with audience reaction sheets and stuff. And then my evaluation, and yeah. So my end result. At the end of this project, you will see a fully filmed and edited short film, written, directed, and shot by me, about discovering passions and following your dreams. I will exhibit this film at the college to my class and will have them react to it and give feedback via audience reaction sheets. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Yeah, so any questions?
Maury, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
That was very good, actually. Very, very clear and well explained. It's just about your target audience. To me, I think your target audience goes older than that, from that age. But I think as you get older, those kind of regrets of not pursuing earlier things become more, rather than. And when you're in your 20s, there's loads. Do you know what I mean? So I just think I wouldn't restrict it to a particularly young age group. Actually, I think it's relevant to right up to old age pensioners.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll take that into account. Anyone else?
Okay. Do you think the casting?
What inspired you to make?
Robo, you go first, and then yeah.
With the casting, do you need a lot of characters in your film?
I've laid out the amount of characters that I need, and I don't think I need a lot. I need about 6 actors, I think. But yeah, so some would play younger versions and stuff, so I wouldn't need that big of a cast. So it would still fit within the COVID guidelines and everything like that.
Cool. Yeah.
And was it Shanola?
What inspired you to make this film?
A few things actually. One, I feel like during this whole lockdown, me myself, I've picked up a lot of things that I kind of dropped a while ago. So things like writing and playing my guitar, I feel like I picked those things back up. So that inspired me. And also just seeing people around me like starting new things and starting to thrive in things that they left behind ages ago. It's just really inspired me to kind of tell that kind of story to people.
Cool.
All right, cool.